I know the biggest is in the building. Big Fruit and Big Free is in the cut, and y'all, I just got
Big Free. Fucking Free.
She is the little version of Fruit. You know, then you know that. That's my daughter for real. We gonna go ahead and put an F in front of PREE name.
I don't
just
like
to
how
make
that
up.
sound like Free.
People hear that name, they like, alright, that's Fruit, little mini me. Like, you my real seed.
That mean you had me at 4 months. 4 months
How many months
old.
we years apart?
4.
Yeah, you my daughter. I clicked on this video for a reason by that title. I know y'all looking and y'all confused on what do y'all have to talk about now when it comes to this baby. A lot of people want us to just rush the process, but y'all, we come here today to have a nice little vibe, a nice little conversation. This is a conversation video.
A lot of y'all always ask, when y'all having a baby? When y'all having a baby? Like rushing us, and it's like, we're still trying to figure us out too.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to figure stuff out. It's not just easy, oh, when y'all having a baby. Like, we're a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
We're 2 girls, so it's a process.
But I'm grateful. It's a privilege, I feel like. It's not a curse. Being 2 women and being able to really, we plan this out, planning it out. We just want to plan it out like perfect. We know this process is never going to be a perfect process, but shit, that's the goal. You know, we have a lot of conversations. We have a lot of disagreements when it comes to this. I just feel like I like the fact that we got a support system that we can actually sit here and talk to. We can actually get through this with people and not just by ourselves, because we're not the only ones. You know, it's a lot of LGBT couples out there that probably go through the same thing. We would never know, but that's why we post this video, so the people that have went through this can actually flood the comments, let us know how they could, you know, relate. So, but
before we get into this video, before we start talking about this, if you haven't already checked out our previous videos that we've been dropping, because we've been on the road dropping videos for y'all go check them out. Go back to the video where we was actually talking about Fruit carrying a baby.
Actually, I know that we never actually kept going with that and actually discussing it, but you know, that was also a conversation, and I want to know on PREE's standpoint, and was she coming at it, how she feeling about that, because you know, it was a little disagreement there. You know, we left them on their toes when it come to that. We never actually said who was gonna carry our first child. That's another thing, y'all. It's crazy because to this day we still haven't had like a real conversation. After that conversation about it, we kind of just brushed it under the rug and was like, when that time comes, it just comes. But we need to have that conversation, though, babe.
It's not like we cannot just sit here and just do it when the time comes. We just looking stupid. We don't know what to do. We don't know who's gonna do it. And then,
it's crunch time. I'm ready. We ready. We talk about it too much, and we want this too much. Of course, it's a lot of stuff that we trying to make sure that we take care of before that, but that's coming. A lot of stuff is coming. Like, it's like my hands is itchy. It's like I'm on the tip of my toes.
Money coming. Your hands itchy. That means money coming.
It's like I got a little itch right here.
Yeah, maybe you just in a bag, hop in the tub or something.
Stop playing with me. Nah, they said that's when money coming. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's stuff coming. That's how I feel. Like, I already know like the goals. I already know the dreams. But it's like I told y'all, and like we tell y'all so many times, we ready for this. It's never a real 100% way to be ready. I want to let that be known. But I feel like we ready because the first step is wanting it.
It's no perfect parent though.
Nah, it's not.
Like, it's just like learning as you go. You gotta you could try to be the perfect parent. I feel like.
But I'm ready to learn. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to learn. I'm open to it. That's I feel like we are ready for this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've been in a relationship a nice amount of time, longer than a lot of people that have a baby. I feel like we're not saying that we know each other all the way, but we learned each other. Like, I know you will be an amazing mom to my kid, and that's
I know you'll be an amazing mom to our kid.
Like, that's the first step. Hand picking, like this gonna be the mama to my baby. I hand pick her. I want her. Give me that. It's a lot of different process.
I've actually been watching a whole bunch of videos, TikTok videos,
we really YouTube
videos, doing our research on what different processes are.
We've been getting educated. It's more, we're at the educated stage, and we was at this the first time we was at the educated stage. We did a series on our vlog channel. Yes. So that was when we was still at the educated stage, y'all. We was at was that a sperm bank we was at? But that day that we went there, we didn't even ever show nobody that. Nobody never even knew. Like, y'all, Fruit and PREE was about to have a baby.
We went to a sperm bank.
Like, it wasn't no joke. Like, that was serious.
And it was the second time where I booked a consultation on, you know.
We've been taking steps, but every time we take a step,
y'all don't know.
It just, y'all have not known. Every time, I'm going to be honest, we step back. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a lot to it. It's not just one thing. It's not just the easy process. It's a lot to it. I'm going to first start off with the at-home insemination.
And I feel like it's pros and cons when it comes with that, you know. And that was that the first one?
That was the first one.
Or that was the second one? Because we went to a bank. We went somewhere and they told us we had the place that we went to.
That was the second one. The first one is they was going to insert, like, I was going to have an actual clinic, somebody to do it.
That was the first time?
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, so the first time we was gonna do the clinic thing, but let's speak on first and foremost the at-home insemination. So when we were thinking about doing that, it was a lot. I feel like it was a lot that came with it. We was nervous.
We didn't want to mess up.
We didn't want to mess up.
We wanted to see, like, you gotta also track your ovulation. Yeah. It was just us doing it by ourselves.
So, like, I don't feel like. Do you feel like doing it? I'm not gonna knock it, because you never know if that's the route that we may take. But I feel like that one was just. I just feel like we just needed help. Like I said, if people in the comments said, if y'all know this process and y'all can explain it better, please flood them comments.
Give us tips.
Give us everything. Is it hard? Is it easy?
If you can't type on here, go to our DMs.
When we was doing our research, it just seemed like so much, and we was like, yo.
And I also feel like the donor, like. Yeah. I feel like the donor, you never know what genes that
was something that was sketchy for us
genetics,
too.
Yes.
Because I looked at a man, it said something about he have genetic problems. It was a bunch of stuff, and I was scared because I'm like, dang, like we really getting this sperm from somebody that could, just have stuff that we got to deal with.
Complications and stuff like that.
It was like, oh my God. It felt like so much when it came to that process. So then we started looking at IVF. IUI, it's so many different ones.
Okay, so IVF is when they put the donor, they stick it in your stomach. No, we've been doing a lot of research on reciprocal IVF.
Here you go.
And that is when fruit eggs, they put fruit eggs in me and the sperm in me, and I'm carrying.
So now, this is where everything, this is more so where everything gets a little.
So let me tell them what I was thinking that it would be. So I'm thinking,
should I say, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, the disrespect, just go, fly by, fly by, fly by, fly by, get there safely. All right, so I'm the one who actually brought that to PREE's attention because PREE was stuck on the insemination, right?
The at-home insemination.
The at-home insemination. So I brought to her the reciprocal IVF because y'all know how I came to the camera and I basically was like, I want to carry, right? The first child. So when I learned that there's a reciprocal IVF, it just made me feel so like important in a situation, not saying that I'm not important if PREE just carry and the sperm is put into her, not saying that I'm not important, but I don't know, it's just something about that just makes me feel like you're important in this. And at first PREE was kind of against it. Now the only reason why she said she was against it, because I'm gonna let her explain.
All right, so going to this, the reciprocal IVF, I'm thinking is my eggs, her eggs, and then the donor sperm inside of me. But that's not how it is. The reciprocal IVF is just I'm getting fruit eggs and I'm getting a sperm and I'm just carrying. So the baby is not gonna be related to me by blood, but of course I'm gonna still look at our baby like that's my baby still. But it's a I feel like reciprocal IVF,
it makes her more so feel like she's just being
I'm
used.
A part, like
she's
I'm
just
a
a body.
Yeah,
I feel like she felt like she was just being a body for the baby.
Yeah, like I'm just a surrogate.
And like I was telling PREE, you gotta think about it. If we was doing the insemination part, I wouldn't have no type of insert in the situation at all. I would just be somebody that's here taking care of this baby and treating this baby as my daughter or my son, regardless, not even having any type of connections to anything. So I was trying to explain that to her when she was feeling like, oh, I'm just a belly, I'm basically
just gonna be a surrogate.
And I'm like, stop doing that, because I was gonna be nothing but just somebody that's still treating this child as my own. So I feel like that's what we've been having a bump in the road. And
I feel like no matter what you do, whether it's an at-home insemination, IVF, IUI, or whatever the case may be, only one mom is gonna be actual like blood related to the baby
child. And that's where things getting kind of sticky because she wants to be a part, and I want to be a part.
But I also wanted to tell you, I also been thinking about, okay, if you're gonna put your eggs inside me, I'm still gonna have a part of carrying that child for 9 months.
That's what I was trying to tell you this whole time. You made me think about it. I'm like, babe, think about it. This is your child. You carry this child for these 9 months. Like, this is your child. Can't nobody tell you nothing. That baby grew inside of you. You gave me my first child. You carry my child. You carry our child.
And then I feel like, okay, then she's just gonna carry my eggs. Like, I feel like that's a win-win. Like, she's just gonna carry my eggs. I'm gonna carry, because I feel like what I don't want, we don't know how our baby's gonna be, how our baby's gonna feel having 2 moms. But I had 2 moms majority of my life, and I was not feeling
but the crazy part about it, though,
mom. Like,
you knew in the back of your head still, regardless of what. I know you said that, babe, but you knew in the back of your head that your mom and Josie never did no process. You knew that, regardless of what you're saying. Oh, I grew up with a second mom.
But I feel like the process is more important, but than just having a stepmom. But
that's what I'm saying. It's not this. I'm basically saying it's different, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still wasn't the same process as somebody that literally two people that came together and really created this baby. You know what I'm saying? Instead from somebody that just come into the life of the child.
True.
It's different, because that's like. I don't want to bring up no other couples, but yeah, I was about Domo and Christy and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like Domo get with somebody else. Christy and her did the process, but what if Domo has somebody else that comes into the child life? Do it mean she got 2 mamas? No, it's different processes when it comes to certain things. So this is what we've been thinking about. This is what we've been
battling with.
But yes, you know what I'm saying, Fruit and Pre, we are ready for this process. I mean, like, right now it's educated part, you know, it's the educated part, and it's the both of us coming to amongst, you know what I'm saying. Like, last night we actually had this conversation about the reciprocal. The conversation didn't go too well, so I want to know, Pre, where is your head? Where are we turning? I don't know what.
I honestly feel like at this moment I don't know.
You don't know.
But it don't really matter, because no matter what we do, we are still in our head, we're still like treating this baby as if they're blood to either one of us. Like, we're still treating this baby like that's our baby, no matter what. It's our baby. But I just know a lot of people we wanted to come to the camera because I know a lot of people struggle with this too. A lot of gay LGBT couples struggle.
We want to
be
real transparent. We want to be relatable to whoever we can be relatable to. You know, if we can touch people that's even just now coming into the LGBT community on their next relationship, on, you know what I'm saying, just certain stuff. I want people to know, like, you are not alone, bro. We still ain't get to that common ground on exactly what we even got going on, but we trying to figure it out. That's our first step.
Honestly, I feel like we need to hurry up and come to an agreement, because it's crunch time, like my baby said. It's almost there. Like, we have until this date, it's literally to tell each other what we're gonna do. And I feel like, you know, long as both parents agree on it, that means, you know, everybody's happy.
Yeah, we want to respect everybody. We want each other feelings. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this situation, I don't want nobody neither one of us getting into this situation like, damn, but I didn't want to do that. You know, that just put bad dibs on the whole situation. Like, we need this process to be positive, and we need y'all to be positive in the conversation. Positive thoughts. You just need positive energy when it comes to this whole, because this is big. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly didn't want to come to the camera and let y'all know, like, our process and what we've been battling and stuff, because it's a lot of negativity and bad spirits that be floating around the internet.
We just really want to. Sometimes you just want to bam. You know what I'm saying? Hit it,
like,
but y'all still don't know.
Y'all still don't know.
Regardless of what, y'all don't know when we doing this. It could be next month. You know what I'm saying? It could be next week.
We need to hurry up, because I also looked at how many eggs, like, your eggs, like, decrease.
Tell them what you learned, babe. You got to tell people stuff.
Okay, so when you're first born, you have 6 billion eggs, something like that.
6 billion. It's a lot. I think it's 6 million. It's 6 million or billion, one of them.
And then when you, like, reach puberty, you go to 1 million.
Yes.
And then I think after puberty, you go to 300,000.
I think it was 300,000, baby.
And I'm like,
we're 22.
We need to hurry up.
In 2 months. I'm 22 already.
We need to hurry up and go through this process.
Eggs, because people be like 30-something, 40-something, and they
only having 2 eggs.
Like, this is serious. Regardless whether and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, we ain't waiting until we 25, 30. We not waiting, y'all. This is happening. You know what I'm saying? This is happening soon. We ain't putting no date on it, but just know when they come, it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, y'all, this is gonna be a big experience for us. This is gonna be a nice amount of money we putting into this. This is big for Fruit and Pre. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, if you do have, like, some sperm banks that we can look at,
we look at some literally all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And I just feel like we haven't found the right match. Like,
no time. I don't know. For us, is it best that our process, like, we need to go to? I feel like for us, it's best
we need to go to a clinic.
We need to definitely go to a clinic.
I feel like my baby want a Korean baby. And I just feel like,
Bree said she can't give me that. You just said that.
Korean baby, like, it's nothing wrong with Korean baby, but listen,
I want want to be walking around here with a baby saying dang dang dong.
They're not even gonna speak that. They just gonna look Korean.
Yeah, they gonna definitely speak our language. But
and you know, I want a baby that looks like both of us. Like I don't want. Like,
but you know what we do the reciprocal? Our baby's gonna come out of you looking like me.
Yeah, true.
Looking like my little twin.
Let me see how you look.
Let me show you real quick. Hold on. Let's get on that. Don't grip my face like this. don't grip my face like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Oh.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm going to initially be like your real, like, baby daddy. Like, your kids
you're gonna be my baby daddy.
Look like me. Like, I'm going to be your baby daddy for real.
She gonna plug
but your
me
baby
up.
mama. In this situation, I'm your baby mama.
Yeah, you gonna plug me up.
Yeah, I'm going to plug you up.
Yeah.
Like, when I put that egg in there, like, I just skeeted it in.
Yeah,
you know that? But anyways, man, yeah, I feel like this was real transparent. You know, this was really just like an honest video we came to y'all today. You know, I want to do these more. I want to sit down and talk to y'all more. So that's why I actually, you know, considered doing this, talking to y'all. I want to bring y'all on the journey too. Y'all done seen so much. Y'all done been along for so much. It's like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not tell y'all what we got going on? Why not tell y'all why I had that? Also, since we just talk about all of this, I just want to let y'all know, like, Fruit and Pre, we got so much that we trying to do. I feel like we are both so talented, and it's just sometimes it just be feeling like,
we put so much pressure on ourselves. You just turned 22. I know time don't wait on nobody.
Like, why I'm ready to own a house? Like, why I want a house? Like, why I want to own one? Like, you know, you smell it?
I've been smelling that,
smell
girl.
Woo! But yeah, like, I just feel like we so talented. So sometimes it be like when you so talented and you got so much going, like, you got so much going on, and you just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know really, like, what's for you. And that's why lately we've been so deep into, like, praying and keeping each other uplifted and being so positive and just motivating each other on, you know, each other dreams. Like, whatever she want to do, like, babe, I want to, okay, babe, like, how can we make this happen?
How can we invest in that? What can we do? Like,
doing stuff on the back end.
Every day, like, even no matter if it's watching videos or doing research on what we want to do, every day we're doing something to reach our goal or to reach something that we want to do.
And we don't have, like, the basic goals. I feel like for us, we really have goals, like, real big goals. And
I honestly feel like it's just us.
Yeah,
like,
it's really just
literally,
us.
Like,
not saying we ain't got no family, because we do have our family and we appreciate our family, but we most so, like, really, like, stick with ourselves.
It's really
like,
just us for real.
Yeah, like, we stick with ourselves. Like, we uplift each other.
No matter what we go through, no matter what we do, no matter, like, anything, it's just me and her.
Yeah. Like, even no matter what we go, like, soon we supposed to be moving soon. We not dropping no location.
We don't disclose location.
Yeah, we just do it for us. So that's coming soon. We moving. Yeah, new cars coming. We just trying to, you know, do everything.
Lay low. Like, we really,
lay low. So
we really, I ain't gonna lie.
We been at the mix too. I feel like,
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes, like, majority of the time, we be want to be real private too, because there's a lot of stuff that could really get, like,
people be having their fingers crossed or their dibs on you. Like, people don't be want to see you when people be trying to copy you and all type of weird. Bro, people is weird out here, so it just be like the best thing to really kind of do is
not copy you. I don't mind nobody copying me for real. Like, that's cute.
I ain't tripping on it, but I'm still like, I still don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, I just want everybody to be they self, and I don't want to influence nobody to try to be like me or copycat me or nothing.
She's stupid, man.
But yeah, we finna go ahead and head on out. We love y'all so much, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. Like we said
before in the beginning of the video, y'all comment down below. Don't be afraid to tell Fruit and Pre that y'all already went through it, how it works, when it works. Tell me everything you know about this process, because even if it's IVF, at-home insemination, reciprocal IVF, IUI, we need to know. We want to learn. Like, we very, very open to what we doing.
We really want to do this. Like, we really ready to start us a family. Like I said, the reason why we do these videos, and I know y'all like, just hurry up and do it. Shut up. Like, you know, it's gonna be them people in the back in the cut up under the couch. But the thing about it is, this is a journey. You know what I mean? And the journey don't never just be the bam. So we just showing y'all the journey. We showing y'all the conversations. We showing y'all the talks. We showing y'all the debates on what we want to do before it even happened. You know what I'm saying? That's when.
I wish that I could take a journey through your mind.
Okay, saying that shit, baby.
I find the emotions that you always try to hide.
Hold the mic, baby. Hold the mic. Be louder with it. Hold on. Grab it. Hey.
It's something that I want to share.
Okay. Sing that. I be saying that motherfucker.
It's something. Don't you worry. Have no fear.
Okay. So since we in the capacity,
I
wanna know.
I
wanna know what turns you on. I wanna know. You fell because I uplifted you. But anyways, y'all, we just gonna go ahead and head out, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Follow PREE on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? She got a nice little page. She be posting on there on her story. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram. Oops, she forum. We gonna get that back active. Y'all know how we do it. Subscribe to this channel. Let's run it up on the road to 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to 1 million, the real ones gonna make sure they go ahead and share this on their Instagram story. But without further ado, Fruit
and PREE
is out.